What's going on, guys? You know what it is, you know who it is. It's Nick Fury back with another video, and today, well, I am back at it again. EA. EA has been in the news a lot the last month with the Star Wars Battlefront 2 loot crate controversy, to them closing down Visceral Studios, and now we have a EX Bioware Developer talking in an interview about the business practices of EA and what they prefer to make, what kind of game they prefer to make versus what the players actually want. As you recall, I made a few videos. One was about the changing of the market, that more publishers want multiplayer games, open world games, to force microtransactions upon players. Single player games were being phased out because why would publishers want developers to make a game that you would only play for 20 hours and then be done? They want to monetize and maximize the amount of money they can make. Another video was about how EA loves to force frostbite on their developers for almost every game that they put out. And then another one was about how the news came out that EA wanted the Star Wars game that they canceled from Visceral Studios and they moved it to EA Vancouver. They want that game to be an open world sort of game like Destiny, where players can keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back and have things to do, and they don't want it to be a single player game. And now we have this bombshell dropped on us by the EX Bioware Developer, talking about EA's shady practices and what they prefer and what they want developers to do for the games they've been making lately. He went in detail about how in most of their single player games, they force their developers to make multiplayer aspects to the game. That's why we get the Horde mode in Mass Effect, things like that. And now that they've seen that the model works, they are now forcing that into every game. They prefer open world multiplayer games to force monetization. He talked about how EA, they look at the return they're going to get rather than what players want. So if they see a game is going to be a loss, such as Visceral Studios' idea, they're going to cut it, can it, get rid of it, and then try to exploit that idea for wherever they can. They also have a habit of taking studios, buying great studios, and then when they're done with them, when that studio does not give them any profit, when it becomes a loss, they cut that studio, steal their developers, and if they don't steal their developers, then they do shady practices like fire them and not pay them. He also gave us an example of the amount of money some players are willing to spend on these microtransactions in these games. He worked on Mass Effect. He came up with a number of $15,000 in microtransactions alone in Mass Effect multiplayer, and that's not even competitive. That's just Horde mode, wave-based co-op play. Imagine the type of returns they will get in competitive games such as Star Wars Battlefront, Battlefield, all those games. Players will and have shown they will buy those loot boxes. Think of the amount of money and returns they could get. And this is what EA wants to do. You can cry about what kind of game you want, what you want. They can listen to players all they want. They can bring in certain quote-unquote focus groups. You're still not going to get what they want. You're going to get what EA wants to give you. And this is where we are at, people. This is where we are at with some of these publishers. This is where we are. We can cry about what we want. We can tell them what we want. They still won't give it to us. They want what they want to put out. They want what will give them the most money. Microtransactions are here. People, community, we have to, literally, we have to start voting with our wallets and start letting these developers, or not developers, but start letting these publishers know this is not right. You have evidence right here from a former developer that worked for EA and talking about their practices. I will leave the link of this article in the description box. Go read it for yourself. Go do the research for yourself. This stuff is here. I've seen plenty of people make excuses saying, well, you know, it's no big deal. It's here. It's never going to get rid of it. But we can actually get these practices out of games if we start voting with our wallets. And that's pretty much the message I'm trying to put here. They are trying to get over on us. This is what they want to do. They want their money. They don't give a crap about you. And it is up to us as gamers, as a community, to fire back, vote with our wallets. I do not know how much more I can say that. I don't even know how much more I can drive that point home. This is not good. It's time to do something about this, people. Where's where's Jay Fonzarelli when I need him? So that's it for my rant and sort of whatever video this is. I've been on this. I've been on EA for the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna still be on EA, man. It's mind blowing. It's just unreal to think about. So if you like what you heard, you know what I'm gonna say. Like, subscribe, comment. After you subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I release content in the future. Also, I have my Star Wars Battlefront giveaway. The link will be in the description box. This has been Nick Fury. I will see you guys later.